In today's video, we're going to be focusing on this guy. I'm not even going to attempt to say this person's name. This player is ranked the #1 Orianna in the world. They're a Korean challenger player with 97 games played with an 84.5% win rating as Orianna. Though this doesn't even come close to my 100% win rating in the one ranked game I had with Orianna months ago, it's not about me, it's about him. So how come this player is so good at Ori? What are they doing differently and what gives them damage like this? Well, you're watching the perfect video to find out. Let's go check out some gameplay by the best Orianna player in the world. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Twigger, that of course is Lola, and we are back with another League of Legends video doing something a little bit different than what you're used to. Of course, you can see that this is a replay, and I'm not even going to try to say this guy's name because it's in Korean characters, it's on the Korean server, and it doesn't show up on the replay client, but this is the #1 ranked Orianna player in the world. Currently sitting at an 84.5% win rating in Challenger tier with 97 games, rocking a 4.5 kill, 2.4 death, 7.2 assists KDA. Pretty insane numbers coming out of this guy. So what I wanted to do in this series is try to showcase what the #1 player on any given champion is like. Do they play better than us? What do they do differently than your normal players on that champion? And try to learn something from it, especially when it's Korean Challenger tier. So this Orianna is actually going into the bot lane. So I'm going to be focusing on this Orianna's gameplay in the bot side, but of course, using the spectator client, I will try to show what's happening in the game. If there's an invade, if there's a big gank or something like that, we'll try to showcase that to see how the game moves on. Just like what's happening up in this top lane. Huge little engage onto this Jax. He already has his counter-strike because he's going to be up in the top lane. Probably didn't want to start with that, but is going to flash over the wall. So already Jax losing his flash in that little engagement there, and it looks like the Zillion just going to come and toss a bomb on. But in terms of the runes that this Orianna is running, I'll make sure that I post them up in, well, somewhere in this video. But from what I can tell based on the replay file, it looks like they're going Summon Airy in the Sorcery Tree, Mana Flow Band, I can't remember what that other one is, and then Scorch. It looks like they're already kind of on the opposite side. They look like they really want to actually fight here. So Cleanse coming out of the Orianna basically immediately. So she is currently running, he or she running Cleanse and Flash for their summoners. And also the Rakan going, it looks like her Kleptomancy, which is kind of cool. Or actually it might be the Ezreal going Klepto. No, yeah, Ezreal's got the Klepto. But in terms of the secondary tree, Orianna has gone for Inspiration. Making sure that she gets those boots, and then also the biscuit delivery. But looks like we got some summoner spells coming out here. Counter-Strike gonna land onto that Sion. Sion's gonna have to flash away. Camille not really being able to do much in terms of support against that red buffed Kindred. And it looks like the Zillion coming to help now too. But once again, back focusing on this Orianna. So we're gonna try to just see, so we're already seeing something a little bit different, is that this player seems to enjoy playing Orianna in basically all roles. There's a lot of people playing that way now, is that Orianna is, even though she's an AP carry, doesn't necessarily have to go mid, can certainly be the AP carry in the bot lane. But who we've got in this game, up in the top lane, we've got the Sion versus the Jax. In the jungle, Kindred versus Camille. Aatrox versus Zillion in the mid lane. And then Orianna Rakan versus the Ezreal and Shen in the bot lane. In terms of these matchups, depends on how the Sion plays, but we all know that Sion right now is incredibly overpowered, especially with his passive being able to take down turrets. But he hasn't gone for, well, he might have actually gone for the Demolish. But right now it looks like the Camille catching the Shen out just a little bit, not really going to be able to get anything from that one. But in terms of the mid lane, I think that's where we're going to see the biggest deficit. Is we've already seen people like Jensen on Cloud9 in Worlds this year playing a lot of Zillion. He is such a strong champion. Aatrox, you can say the exact same thing though, incredibly strong, but melee champion versus a ranged, really good harassing champion such as Zillion. Could be a tricky one. And then in this bot lane, you got Orianna and Rakan, which, to be honest, the wombo combo potential out of these two is absolutely nuts. If Rakan can get a good charm followed by a good W, the Orianna can easily shockwave the two of them. It's basically like corralling the two in, but looks like the W is going to miss. A great taunt coming in from the Shen. Orianna just once again using that ball to try to zone them out and get whatever damage that she can onto the targets. We are going to keep the replay client a little bit smaller. We do have the items and CS right here, so I will be coming back to this every now and again, but I just feel like the screen is a little bit too clunky to have it up all the time, and I can't seem to get rid of this timestamp bar, so we're just going to have that up. Right now, though, in terms of the CS, though, we do have, just in terms of what the Orianna's got, she went for that Doran's Ring start with the additional potions. Nothing really surprising about the current buys that everybody has. Ezreal going for the Doran's Shield, which I think is a very smart choice of items, because he knows, I think, how much damage he's going to be taking from that Orianna, and that just increases your base health regeneration. So I think it's smart that he can kind of take the harassment from the Orianna with that summon Airy, and then walk away and hopefully regen some of that HP. We do have the Kindred currently coming into the jungle, which is going to catch the Camille out. And look at the damage going down. She's going to get that third proc. Is it going to be enough? One more auto attack, and that's going to be first blood for the Kindred. That was just really surprising. It looks like the teleport coming down now from the Jax. Looks like they might actually have a dive here. The knockup going to go onto the Jax. A lot of damage coming from the Orianna. She's going to have to try to run away using that shield, but the Aatrox is now here, landing the chains. Counter-strike is going to come down, going to just stun up the Aatrox. The teleport coming in from the Zillion as well. Looks like Shen is going to die to the Aatrox, but the Aatrox is going to pay with that with his life. Ezreal jumping over, using that arcane shift to try to get some more damage off, but definitely wasn't worth it for the blue side there. The Aatrox did get the kill onto the Shen, but it was only him who participated in that kill, where every person got an assist on that Aatrox kill. So right now 1-2 the current score, but as you can see when you open it up, look at all those assists and the kills, but 0 assists on the side of blue. So, you know, that's kind of tough. Definitely wasn't a great choice. And also, Kindred getting first blood is terrifying. So, Orianna's now gone B. She's picked up her Dark Seal, a Mana Crystal, and also an Amplifying Tome. And not probably feeling the best, but the great part is Ezreal's gone for that Tear of the Goddess build, so going to be going for that Man Immune, which means that he's going to be very much lacking in damage in the early game, which I think Orianna can probably capitalize on. Because when Ezreal just has a Tear of the Goddess, he just has his base damage. From things like his Q. He doesn't have a Sheen, so he's going to be really lacking damage, where Orianna going for an Amp Tome is actually going to do a lot of damage, I would feel. So in terms of CS, 38-30 in the top lane, 24-34, big difference in the jungle, 38-45 in the mid lane, 37-46 in the bot lane carries. Not really seeing that big of a difference yet, not really a swing in anybody's favor, but you're already seeing a 1,200 gold lead in favor of that red side because of all of those assists. And I don't even know how Camille really knew that, Kindred knew that Camille was over at her Krugs. Maybe just intuition, or maybe they were going to try to get a gank in the bot side and she just happened to jump over to get the Krugs and the Camille was there. But anyways, worked wonders for her. Look at the damage coming down though. Ezreal already taken down about a quarter HP. And it's really just kind of at the beginnings of these games, it's always just a little bit of a farming thing. But the cool part is that it's always nice seeing like how people can actually farm when they're good at this game. These are numbers I'm not used to at 7 minutes in, having like 53 CS. I know it gets better, but the main thing that I'm looking for here in this bot lane is I want to see when they get level 6. Are these clutch mechanics going to come out? Are these big wombos going to come out? So right now, we just got to focus on what's going on in the jungle, because these guys just keep on going at it. The Scion is on the wrong side of the map, but taking a lot of damage out of the Jax. The ultimate coming down from these the Scion, and Jax is going to flash away. Scion has to flash away as well, but is going to get taken down by the Kindred, and Kindred's going to get a double kill off of that. The Scion passive isn't going to do anything. So that was just a beautiful flash coming out from the Jax when the Scion engaged with his ultimate. But the taunt coming down from the Shen, the ultimate coming down as well onto the Rakan. Rakan taking a lot of damage, but right now level 6s are available. The Orianna ult still sitting there, and it looks like the Rakan not level 6 yet. Same with the counterpart Shen. But that's what happens when you know, you hit level 6 first. Ezreal now does not have his ultimate available if they choose to fight. And I think when Rakan hits level 6, we are definitely going to see a fight. The question is, though, how are you going to deal with a 3-0-1 Kindred at 8.5 minutes? And like, I also want to check here if we just bring up, like, what's her stack situation at? She's already at 4 stacks. So, ooh, that is rough. Kindred's going to be doing a lot of damage, which is going to be absolutely terrifying. So, as you guys know, that new Ezreal W doesn't do any damage on its own, but if you land it on somebody, you can proc it with an auto attack or an ability, and it will do a great deal of damage. And I believe you can also use it on turrets, which is pretty damn fascinating. Oh, you're just seeing that Orianna damage coming out. It's pretty brutal. It's one thing, like, I do play Orianna, but I'm definitely not this good at Orianna. But you can just see how they use the ball to just, like, almost zone their opponent. Like, they always have to worry about how far they can press up The one lucky thing about this champion being Ezreal is that he can farm from such a distance with his Mystic Shot. But the enemy team looking like they're going to be engaging here. The blue buff is going to be taken by the Kindred. Once again, this Camille just can't seem to get anything this game. A lot of damage coming down onto the Shen. Is it going to be enough? The ultimate being used by the Rakan. A lot of damage going down. It looks like the Kindred ultimate is down, as well as the Zillion ultimate. There goes the Shockwave onto the Kindred. Kindred is going to get shut down by the Aatrox, and Orianna is going to pick up her first kill of the game onto the Ezreal. Really nice Shockwave, only landing on the Kindred though, but enough damage to take her down and give a nice, juicy reward in terms of that shutdown over to the Aatrox, who needs it right now, as he did lose his life pretty early. So now it's 3-4 in terms of the scoreline, and now we're only sitting at about a 1,000 gold difference here. Oh, we're actually getting some action up in the mid lane as well. Zillion's just going to run away from that one. What am I saying? Action. There's no action there. So while Orianna's going back, let's toggle the directed cam so it can tell us what we want to see. In terms of now, so the Orianna now sitting at 1-0 and 1. The double bomb's coming down. Look at the double bomb damage. Jax is going to jump over to a ward, but not actually going to be able to get into range of that Camille to get the kill there. Orianna's now gone back. She now does have her boots from the sorcery tree. Sorry, the inspiration tree is where you get those boots from, and 3 stacks on her what am I trying? Dark Seal. I was gonna say, why did I want to call it Righteous Glory for some reason? But she does now have 3 stacks on her Dark Seal, and she's also now got a Blasting Wand and her Lost Chapter, so mana should not be an issue for her anymore. Aatrox already has his Black Cleaver completed, and the Zillion is well on his way to completing his Rod of Ages. Might very well be able to go and pick it up now, as he already has the 2 items to make that. I'm assuming that's why he went B. It doesn't look like he's finishing it. Maybe he's just waiting for the gold. Come on, buddy. Don't leave me hanging. Pick up your Rod of Ages. You got it, buddy. I don't even know if he's picking it. No, he actually doesn't have... Oh, there we go. Yes. Okay. I was correct. He did pick up that Rod of Ages, so that's good to see. So Ezreal, once again, just chiming in on those Klepto procs. Getting a lot of things. The W coming down from the Rakan. Look at the damage from that Orianna already, just with that little QW combo, taking Shen down to half HP, almost a quarter HP. But the blue team, it does have to be a little bit scared here, because the Kindred is right here. Gonna jump over the wall, doing a lot of damage. Press the attack on the Kindred, gonna do a lot. The flash taunt coming out of the Shen. Ultimate coming down from the Orianna, though, is gonna secure a kill onto the Shen. And the charm coming down onto the Kindred as well. Rakan's gonna make it away with his life. Ultimate coming down from the Scion is gonna be enough from that AoE damage to kill the Kindred. And Rakan surviving during that entire thing. The ultimate coming down from the Ezreal, not gonna do anything. And that was just a really clean play from the Rakan, almost getting baited in there, but getting the Shen's taunt to flash taunt onto the Rakan managing to re-engage, followed by the Shockwave. There we go, a W, not going to land onto the Ezreal. It looks like the Orianna taking a lot of turret damage, but is not going to go down. That was a very, very close call for that Ezreal, but we are just seeing this Orianna-Rakan combo. This is gross. And what? That was a flash Q from the Rakan to clean up that Ezreal. That is just... Ooh, my boy, that is something else. So this combo is crazy. Like, what do you do against that? So much damage and so much CC as well, but yet the Rakan can peel so well. He's got shields. Oh boy, so the Camille is going to run into a Jax counter-strike going down and just obliterated that Camille. He's got Blade of the Ruin King, so this is a Blade of the Ruin King Jax, not a Trinity Force rush. And that's going up right now against the Scion, who currently has 2 pieces of items, that Balmy Cinder and the Glacial Shroud. So certainly has some armor, but probably going to be building that into maybe an Iceborne Gauntlets followed by a Sunfire Cape, or vice versa. But we've got a Luden's Echo already completed on this Orianna, currently sitting at 7 stacks on the Dark Seal. Now, the only reason that I bring up the stacks is that if Orianna decides to build into a Magi Soulstealer, look at the damage on this Jax, though. Ooh. If she does build a Magi Soulstealer, she's already sitting on 7 stacks, which is pretty amazing. Rift Arrow going over to that Kindred, not surprised about that one. But I doubt that in Korean Challenger solo queue, you would be building a Magi Soulstealer. It's a very big solo queue item to try to like solo carry. But you know, I could be wrong. 2-0 and 3 currently on that Orianna. I would be feeling pretty ballsy to go for something like that. the Shen is currently running Ignite and also Hextech Flash. But here goes the W, the Shockwave coming down, landing on both the Ezreal and the Shen. Rakano trying to chase him down, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to get in range to try to chase down this Shen. And once again, Orianna and Rakan just getting the CC down onto these champions and then just blowing them up. They got the first turret of the game as well, I believe. Was that them picking that one up? It might not have been, actually. It might have actually been up in that top lane. I'm not entirely sure which one died first. I think it was the top with that Rift Herald. But damage coming down from the Aatrox. Here goes the ultimate. The Shen ultimate is coming down, though, onto the Jax. They are going to have to try to run away from this one. The ultimate is running from the Aatrox. A lot of damage coming down from the Kindred, though. Jax taken very low and is going to get shut down by the Aatrox. Camille is now here to try to help her teammates out. The ultimate is going to be down from the Kindred, but it's not going to save anybody's life, and Sion is going to pick up, I believe, his second kill of the game. Kindred is now going to try to chase using that wall. Really nice taunt from the Shen, but the flash coming out from the Camille. Don't know if she has the damage to really clean this one up, but Shen is going to try his best using that W to stop the auto attack damage from coming through, and Sion is going to be on a killing spree, pushing that minion into the face of Shen, and that's going to be all she wrote. 10-6 the current kill score, and all of a sudden we see a shift in a 2,000 gold lead in favor of this blue side, and Orianna had nothing to do with that. Love that Darkstar Orianna skin, though. It is sexy. So let's go to directed cam while that Orianna's going B. Nothing to see from that Orianna play, but right now 149 CS, the most in the game for that Orianna. That's nearly at that 10 CS a minute mark. If she had one more, she would be pretty much in there. Really, really good stuff from this Orianna. Just seeing how much she did build a Magi's. No way! Oh, that's so sick. So she has 9 stacks of her Magi Soulstealer. So that I'm impressed. That's a cocky move, but I love it. So she's already sitting at 214 ability power. And I just want to see her stack this thing up. Like, get that thing to 25 stacks and blow somebody up, please. I beg of you. So, has a stopwatch currently in her inventory. Got the Sork boots, Magi Soulstealer, and Luden's Echo. Still hasn't put down her pink ward yet. Seems to be the standard Twigger problem of not putting down your pink ward until the end of the game. I'm glad I'm not the only person. I have something in common with Korean solo queue, but is going to get ganked here. But here comes the Rakan, the Shockwave coming out as well. Blows the Kindred up without even a second glance. That was just, the Kindred didn't have her ultimate because she used it in that big team fight up in the top lane, but just absolutely obliterated the Kindred health bar. The Rakan just Wing and then ulting, using the quickness, and then just absolutely annihilating her with the Shockwave. That was just some crazy stuff. Looks like the first dragon of the game. It is a Cloud Drake, so nothing too spectacular, but, you know, people like the Camille, the Orianna, and the Rakan do enjoy movement speed. They do want to try to get into their targets pretty quickly. Especially this Rakan, but Rakan jumping in onto the Ezreal. The Aatrox is going to try to get into this one, but is going to miss those chains. Ezreal trying to get some damage off, just going to get some Klepto procs. He does now have his Manamune and also his Sheen, and it looks like he actually is going to be building his Sheen into the Iceborne Gauntlets rather than a Trinity Force, which, to be honest, I think is a smart move considering the team that you're facing. If you were looking for a little bit more damage, the Trinity Force is better, but you've only got one magic damage dealer really on the side of the blue team. Oh, here comes Orianna. Look at that damage. One quick combo, and there's half of Shen's HP. Shen is supposed to be the tank on this team, and even he's getting just obliterated by this now 13 stack Magi's Orianna. Has an Aether Wisp as well, so getting a little bit more ability power and also a little bit of movement speed from that. Ezreal also now finishing off his Iceborne Gauntlets, but 173 CS. So we are at that 10 CS per minute mark for this Orianna, which is absolutely crazy. You know what? Actually, let's bring this up, do a quick rundown. Everything pretty even up in the top lane, 139 to 151, pretty even in the scoreline as well. Camille, even though 0-4, still showing up a bit in the jungle, 76 CS though to the 112 with 3 kill Kindred. In the mid lane, 163 to 148 in favor of the Aatrox, and he's also 3-1, but Zillion 1-0-1 playing a good game. And then 4-0-3 for that Orianna over the 0-3-1 with 178 CS over the 147 of Ezreal. So we're seeing some pretty stark differences at about 18 minutes into this game, but the main star right now has to be this Orianna and how she's playing. It is just unreal, the damage that's going out. And I think that everybody has to be a little bit worried now, because if you get hit by this Shockwave, you're pretty much dead. So here comes the W coming out from the Recon. Look at that, taking him down to a quarter HP, trying to just chase this one down. Don't know if they're going to have enough to chase that Shen down. He is going to get away from that one. But Orianna taking the big Wraith and also a couple little ones, just using that shield to make sure she doesn't take damage from that Zillion bomb. But just getting in there and just being an absolute nuisance. Like, her ball is doing so much damage with that attack followed by the dissonance. It's just like sealing CS left and right, doing a ton of damage. The cooldown on that ball right now, 2.4 seconds to move this thing, and I think that's one of the big differences that we're seeing in terms of how this Orianna is playing, is that that ball is always moving. But we do have a gank going down, 2 teleports coming down though. Are they going to be able to kill the Jax? They are not right now. The Aatrox is still alive, but there we go, the flash coming in to actually kill the Jax, but Aatrox is not going to be long for this world. Orianna is coming in though. The flash followed by the QW. She does still have Shockwave as well. Shockwave is going to go down to lock the Zillion down, but he does have his ultimate available. The Sion ultimate is going to miss, but the Zillion is going to be resurrected by his ultimate, but the W coming down and also the cleanse from the Orianna. The speed up though from the Zillion is probably going to get him away, but Orianna has her own speed up but is not going to be able to chase the Rakan being taken very low. The Shen is still alive though in the Kindred as well, but the Sion is very, very tanky. Orianna is now here to support the Sion. Does have enough mana to deal with this and also has the blue buff, so is probably going to be able to chase down the Shen unless he's got a flash, which he's going to flash away. Don't know when his taunt is going to be available. It's going to be available now. Not entirely sure if he's going to be able to make it out of this one. Going to use a blast code to get a little bit more distance. 5 seconds on that taunt. Not going to be enough, and he's going to be chased down by that Orianna. It looks like the consolation prize is going to be that Scuttle Crab, but the Zillion did come back and the Orianna was still here. Manages to pick up the second kill for the Orianna onto that Zillion. Not sure why he came back into that fight at such low HP, but that's going to be a free kill. Looks like the Kindred right now is going to get engaged on by the Camille. A lot of damage coming down onto the Rakan, but not going to be enough to kill him. The Camille is going to not get the flash. Sorry, the Camille is going to be the one to secure that blue buff with the smite. The Kindred right now taking a lot of damage. Doesn't have her ultimate either. The Lamb's Respite is down as we were going to try to do some damage to the Sion, but he is incredibly tanky while all this is going down. The Oriannas just decide to go into the mid lane and try to push. But it looks like that might very well be the end of that long engagement. So 15-8 the kill score, and we're now seeing a 4,000 gold lead nearly on the side of the blue team. And looking at Orianna hit 25 stacks. No way. So the Orianna now has 25 stacks of Magi's. So she's sitting right now at 300 ability power at 21 minutes in this game. I need to see what she goes back and purchases because she's got a lot of gold. She just picked up a bunch of kills. She's 7-0-3. Like, she's taking her time to buy right now because I'm assuming she just has... Oh, look at that. So she went for the Spellbinder. So a lot of people don't really buy this item, but as you guys can see, 120 ability power, 10% movement speed, nearby allies and enemy spellcast, charge Spellbinder up to 100. Currently grants 1 ability power and 1% decaying movement speed for 4 seconds, and each spellcast story contributes 0.8 ability power and movement speed to the effect. So with the Magi stacks, like, this Orianna is going to be just gigantic. The ultimate coming down, landing onto the Zillion. The combos of the Orianna followed by the Rakan are just way too much. Couldn't even get his ultimate down. That Chrono Shift was not going to come out because he was just CC'd for so long. Blast Cone coming down for the Shen is going to survive. Shockwave coming out. Oh my god! So that was a shockwave on her person when the Kindred went and face checked into that brush and blew her up just with one fell swoop. So much damage coming out of that one. So just ultimate followed by the W, and that's going to be enough to kill the Kindred. That's some crazy stuff. Baron being started up by this blue team. Not entirely sure how the enemy team's going to deal with this one. Maybe an Ezreal ultimate to try to steal this one, but they don't have a Kindred. Knockup coming down. There's the ultimate. Everybody's engaging now. Sorry, Orianna's going to kill the Shen. The stopwatch coming down from the Rakan, going to keep him alive, but it looks like the Jax really wants to try to kill this Orianna, but the Baron is still alive. That was actually a great Mystic shot, but it wasn't enough to secure it. The Camille is going to secure that Baron with the smite, and Ezreal's now going to start being chased down by this Aatrox. Nice knockup, but he is doing quite a bit of damage. While that's all being said and done, the Jax is going to try to run away from this one. Great W right after the blast cone onto that Jax. Amazingly well done by the Rakan to know exactly where the Jax was going to land, and that's going to be now a Baron at 23 minutes into the game, 19-8. It was amazing to see though how this game has shifted from the Kindred being up like 3 kills and the Camille being 0-4 to now this Orianna just carrying this game and the team playing so well. We're going to see what's going on in this lane right now. Sion, he had a rough early game, but now just actually becoming that Sion that we all absolutely hate to face. Super tanky, does a lot of damage, currently dealing with 4 members of this team, but Rakan is here. Not entirely sure where the Orianna is. She's actually in base. Nice W coming in from the Rakan with that Proto Belt as well. Interesting purchase, and looks like the Lamb's Respite is going to go down. Sion is still alive, going to get healed up by this as well. Gonna gonna knock up the Kindred. That's gonna be enough to kill him. Double kill for the Rakan. I don't know if Orianna's actually in this one yet. She is trying to chase down this Shen, but not gonna be able to pick that one up. No assist for the Orianna in that fight. Not that she needs any more money, but they are gonna try to chase down this Shen, but looks like they are gonna guess the wrong way, but they do have that revealing plant. Aatrox is gonna go over there with the Rakan, and that's gonna be a third kill for this Rakan. There's the ultimate coming down. They are just going to turret dive this Jax. Orianna was tanking the turret, but is going to run away from that one. Is going to survive as well. And the ace coming out from the blue team. Aatrox picking up that kill. And Orianna picking up her 6th assist of the game. 10, 0, and 6 with 25 Magi stacks, Luden's Echo, and also the Blasting Wand in her inventory. Some absolutely amazing plays coming out of not only this Orianna now, but the entire team is coming together so well. This Rakan with Proto Belt is amazing. So I think they kind of realize that they have a lot of AD, so they're now like 2 huge AP magic dealers. It looks like the Sion might have gone a little bit too ham here, but he will have his passive when he comes up, so he might just be able to use that passive to either get kills. He's going to just start chunking away at that Shen, but the ultimate coming down from the Zillion's gonna keep him alive. Aatrox is now going in onto that Kindred, but unfortunately the Lamb's Respite is not available. Everybody's just running around everywhere. The Orianna's been taken very low, but once again she has so much damage that she can just put the ball onto the Rakan, and the Rakan is gonna do all the work for the Orianna. An inhibitor is going down. Aatrox is gonna pick up a kill onto that Jax. Ladies and gentlemen, this might very well be the end of this game. Right now 3 people are down on the red side, and everybody is, well except for the Sion, alive and healthy on the blue team. And as you can see, the Orianna sitting at 251 CS at 25 minutes into this game. This has been a 10 CS per minute game, which is absolutely nuts. I guess you have to be a challenger tier to get stuff like that, to be that consistent with your CSing. But 27 to 10, 53.3k to 41.2k. The CS numbers going really well in favor of the Aatrox and the Orianna over their lane opponents, but Jax has been doing his best, you know, 208 CS to the 177, but it just hasn't been enough to deal with this Orianna. I just don't know what the enemy team is going to do against this at this point in the game. I think they had to really try to help their early game, but I think their Void Staff, oh my lord, Void Staff and Zhonya's Hourglass picked up by this Orianna. So, oh man, I feel really bad for this enemy team. 2 inhibitors down at 26 minutes, and you've got to deal with a very, very fed Orianna. But it looks like right now the Sion ultimate is going to come out. That's all Sion needs to do, which is just unreal. I hate the... Oops, I accidentally paused it. Hate the fact that that's the case with that Orianna. And the Rakan just soloed the Ezreal. And Rakan didn't take any damage. Does he have that much damage? But here we go. Another fight happening here. The Orianna Shockwave is going to come down onto that Jackson, just blow him up. Just putting the shield onto the Aatrox. The flash coming over the wall. Aatrox is absolutely gigantic. The chains are going to land. And there's, once again, the Orianna flashing over the wall and getting that combo down and just blowing up the Kindred. Kindred had Lamb's Respite up, but just, it happened so quickly that there was nothing that the Kindred could do. Looks like the Hextech Ultimatum is going to come down from the Camille, but the enemy team is going to surrender. So thank you all so much for watching the #1 Orianna player in the world. If you enjoy content like this, let me know in the comment section below. Show that you like this video by clicking that like button. If you want to see more content like this, definitely let me know. Thank you all so much for watching something a little bit different, and let me know what champions you want to see next, and I will see you all in the next video.